which franchises of those we mentioned would you say are pretty much dead at the at the box office? Like, obviously Mission Impossible, they're going to make another one, but coming off of this, we may be truly looking at the next Mission Impossible being something of a series finale. It may just have to be, I mean, so Fast and Furious, where do you think that is? Is that a one movie
and to be fair, Mission Impossible, Fast X were both intended to be part one of two, with being a series finale. I used to joke, Dominic Toretto and the Deathly Mufflers part one or whatever. But so I mean, that's why I'm not that concerned for these franchises, because Mission Impossible was always supposed to end after the next one. Fast X was supposed to end after the next one. I don't think there's going to be a 6th Indiana Jones film.
I think there's
going to be one regardless. So
whoops. Is Transformers a dead franchise? Do you think that's
a good question, because weirdly enough, of the mid-June franchise pictures, that one did the best, which is funny if you think about it.
It held pretty well after the low opening, but it still doesn't feel like a franchise that has much momentum.
It's going to do about Bumblebee numbers, but on a bigger budget.
Right.
And you're right. Yeah. It doesn't have franchise momentum in any way, shape, or form.
Right. They were teasing at the end of that it's going to be Transformers and G.I. Joe, and obviously I don't think that
son said after that scene.
What did he say?
What is G.I. Joe?
Yep.
Wow. Exactly. Wow. Yeah.
This is waving the red flag.
So, and now, the Flash, we've got Blue Beetle coming up in August. I know you're a big still proponent of Aquaman's going to do fine, but as we get that is the thing. That is the movie that does have a, bona fide star director behind it. He did the first one, but DC really does feel like a dead IP outside of course, you put out a Batman movie, you put out Joker's the biggest movie star in the world still, but DC does feel like it just has such a stink on it that overall, to me, that feels like a dead franchise if you consider Batman a non-DC property.
And as I've said many times, and you're probably all sick of hearing this, they were doing fine before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
They just got kneecapped by a number of factors. COVID, Wonder Woman 84 would have been a hit. The Snyder cut, because HBO Max needed content, it brought the whole Snyder thing discourse back to the front of the table. Warner Brothers went through like 8,000 regime changes in a 2-3 year period. And all of that just sucked that marrow dry. And between you and me, I mean, I think James Wan's Superman Legacy will be very good because he generally makes very good movies. But I don't think that's going to save the day.
I think so
with something like that, you get one chance to say we can do it. Mm-hmm. And for the last 10 years, they've been, up and down, up and down, up and down, with some genuine highs. Again, say what you will about what DC did or didn't do. They got critically acclaimed blockbusters out of Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
And Joker.
An R-rated, action light, Oscar-nominated, Oscar-winning drama.
Yeah.
That cost about as much as the first Deadpool film.
Right.
That made $1 billion.
And now Blue Beetle's tracking to open in single digits.
Yeah. It breaks my heart. From a representation standard, that should have come out in 2017, 2018.
Well, it's a movie that costs $120 million, which is only $25 million less than Barbie. And I went to see Barbie today, and that trailer came on, and there was zero interest for it because it looks like the way they're selling it is if Spider-Man was a Kafkaesque monster, like if he had to become a beetle in the most terrifying way possible. It's the same thing. And it's like, who wants to see Spider-Man with Kafka? I mean, that I think to me...
I think the first trailer is good. I think the second trailer is very busy in a non-entertaining way.
Yeah.
And it's doing the whole, remember Iron Man? This is the same plot.
Mm-hmm. Right. So
and you're
Barbie.
Right about the Spider-Man thing. I never thought about that. It's like, what if Spider-Man really did grow, 8 legs and shoot webs out of his ass?
It's disgusting. It's
not
it's body
aspirational in any
horror.
way. Yeah, it's body horror.
Yeah,
It's body horror. Yeah, it's Cronenberg takes over DC, which it's DC as in David Cronenberg. That's what DC has become with Blue Beetle. Yeah, I mean, at least it would be something. At least it would be something interesting.